Central bank digital currencies, or CBDCs, in North America are heating up and people are definitely starting to pay attention. And if you don't know the story, go look at the Chinese yuan that is now digital. I'll be using information from the Bank of International Settlements, the Federal Reserve website, and the Bank of Canada's government website for this video. And I want to give you a concise summary of what's happening in this fast evolving corner of North American economy, and I want you to know that I am getting my info straight from the major banks and regulators that are developing the CBDCs, aka straight from the horse's mouth. No conspiracy theories or tinfoil hats needed. We're going straight to the source. So you are watching part 2 of a 4-part series on how CBDCs are being rolled out across the entire world. But this one is more focusing on North America. So if you're interested in content like this, obviously go make sure you watch the last video and make sure that you smash that like button. Make sure you hit subscribe, boom, bang on that notification bell. Comment anything that you want in the relevant sections. I appreciate it. Now, let's go see what CBDCs do to the economy in North America and what that will do to affect you. So for centuries, central banks have provided the public with trusted money to support their economies and public policy objectives. However, as we move towards a more digital world, central banks feel that they must evolve to stay ahead of that curve and continue serving their purpose. One way they're doing this is by researching the advantages and disadvantages of offering a general purpose CBDC, a central bank digital currency, to the public using blockchain technology. Major central banks have joined forces to create a report that establishes common foundational principles and core features for CBDCs. These principles emphasize that any jurisdiction considering the issuance of a CBDC must meet specific and certain criteria to ensure that it doesn't compromise monetary or financial stability in the region that they're being implemented in. Obviously, a potential CBDC should coexist with and complement existing forms of money, promoting innovation and efficiency at the same time. While this episode is focusing on North America, you should know that the following banks and regulators are listed in the Bank for International Settlements, or BIS reports. Those banks include the Bank of Canada, European Central Bank, Bank of Japan, Swiss National Bank, Bank of England, Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve, and the Bank of International Settlements, among others. That 2022 report also states that a CBDC that fulfills these criteria and delivers on the features set forth by this group of central banks could become a crucial tool for central banks to achieve their public policy objectives. These central banks will continue to collaborate and explore the practical implications outlined in the report to ensure that any CBDC that is issued aligns with their particular goals. So let me put this simply. The current state of CBDCs in North America and other regions is one of exploration and collaboration, at least for now. Central banks are working together to establish a solid foundation for CBDCs, considering both the benefits and potential drawbacks. And as we move forward, it will be interesting to see how these digital currencies develop and how they will shape the future of our financial systems as we know them. And lying at the heart of the planned rollout and the regulation of CBDCs is the Bank of International Settlements. Headquartered in Basel, Switzerland, the bank is described as an international financial institution that serves as a central bank for other central banks, the Bank of Banks, promoting global monetary and financial stability. And my guess is a lot of people didn't even know that this bank exists. Well, now you do. Its primary functions are to facilitate international financial transactions, act as a forum for central banks to discuss and coordinate policy, and provide economic research and analysis. Agustin Carstens is a Mexican economist who has been serving as the general manager of the Bank for International Settlements since December 1st of 2017. So he's got a pretty storied tenure. But before joining the BIS, Carstens had an extensive career in central banking, international finance, and economic policy. Carstens got his PhD from the University of Chicago and served as the deputy managing director at the International Monetary Fund, or the IMF, from 2003 to 2006. With such a finely tailored resume, Carstens is well respected by his peers, who just so happen to be some of the most powerful world leaders in the world of finance. Keeping up with Carstens' speeches and published opinions will be key to understanding the way that CBDCs are likely to roll out and how banks are likely to be allowed or not allowed to handle or custody non-centralized bank issues digital currencies. And in 2018, he has been critical of cryptocurrencies, often highlighting their limitations and potential risks to the financial system. And I'm more than certain we will be hearing more about the BIS through this series, so stay tuned. So the BIS is well positioned to play a key lead role in establishing expectations of not just how CBDCs are to be rolled out, but how digital currency technologies should be approached by the banking industry and the financial regulators. The Atlantic Council maintains a central bank bank digital currency tracker that breaks down 119 countries and how far along their respective CBDCs are from launch. In North America, Canada and the United States are among 32 other countries that have CBDC projects that are under development right now. This means that research has been done, but a pilot has not been tested at scale yet. America has their CBDC program called Project Cedar and FedNow, and Canada has Project Jasper. These projects were largely engaging in research for transferring digital assets between banks and across borders. Mexico, like 39 other countries, has not yet transitioned out of the CBDC research phase, according to the AtlanticCouncil.org. It seemed like countries in North America were on a streamlined path to piloting and launching CBDCs, but a few events in the spring of 2023 have presented a snag to the continent's progress towards a launch. That snag came in the form of several high-profile American politicians saying they would support bills to ban CBDCs in Florida and Texas. This was the first real note of organized protest against CBDCs outside of the crypto enthusiast community. And to wrap up here, the state of CBDCs in North America is generally very positive in the eyes of the institutions that will have the talk of launching, maintaining, and regulating them. But the general voting population is only now receiving signals from major politicians that CBDCs may be something to be more educated about. As the US moves into an election year in 2024 and Bitcoin halving is in the same year, crypto education may reach new highs as financial freedom becomes a hot button issue in a country facing massive inflationary issues, as well as the downsizing of the allocations of oil, precious metals, and the obvious big elephant in the room, which is other countries trying to take the US dollar from the world reserve currency. And I will certainly be keeping everyone up to date on the latest developments with that. And I'll even be sharing tips of my own on what you can do to prepare, financially at least, for what might be in store for 2024. One tip I will throw out there now regarding pursuing financial freedom in 2024 is to check out a crypto tool that I love called PreSend. So not only can PreSend save you money from that cross-chain black hole by not throwing your money into oblivion because it runs checks on your transactions if you've connected your wallet to it through the app at app.presend.io, but you can also make money with PreSend by becoming an ambassador and going out and preaching that PreSend gospel. What PreSend does in a nutshell is make sure that you don't send any of your crypto into oblivion by sending it on the wrong chain to an incompatible wallet or sending a coin that doesn't belong in that wallet or that chain. So if you're interested, go check PreSend out. It might save you some money in the very near future. And that, my friends, will help us usher in a new age of cryptocurrency adoption, because accidentally losing your crypto will be a thing of the past, and the institutions and retail investors that aren't comfortable coming into a market that has such issues will not have that qualm anymore. But that's it for the video on the current state of central bank digital currencies in North America and solutions that we are implementing in order to make sure that institutional and retail investments continue to pump crypto forevermore. So let me know your thoughts in the comments section, and if you want to go use PreSend, make sure you click my link. And if you like content like this, make sure that you go watch the last video and make sure you show up to the new ones. And obviously, make sure that you smash that like button. Make sure you hit subscribe. Boom! Bang on that notification bell. Comment anything that you want in the relevant sections. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for showing up to this video. I will see you in the next one. Have a good day, everyone.